Okay, so what we're going to do now is use the linear approximation method to find an approximation for the square root of 103, which is obviously near the square root of 100, so the answer is 10 and a little bit. Always a good idea to have a guess at what the answer is going to be. It's going to be about 10.15 roughly, just a bit of a guess, but that's going to be right. So what is the linear approximation formula or method? Well, it says that f of x plus h is roughly equal to f of x plus h by the derivative of x. Okay, that's the projection. That's a known value and that's a derivative there. So basically what it's saying is I know where a certain value of the function is, and I know which direction it's going in, so I can project, I can extrapolate if you like, to a new position. So that's what we're going to do. Here what we've got is we've got f of x equaling the square root of x. That's what we're after. We're after the square root. So f of x is the square root of x, and it's a good idea when you do these questions to straight away work out the derivative because it's going to come into it in the formula, so you might as well just do it straight away. So this is x to the half, so that the derivative of that is a half x to the minus a half. Alright, so we've done that. Now, can I use this equation, can I fill this equation in to make life a bit easier for myself? What I'll do is I'll write this as, because f of x is the square root of x, what we're really interested in is f of 103. That's what we want. That's the wanted bit of information. That's roughly equal to f of 100. So I can see x is 100. This x plus h is 103. So therefore h is 100. H is 3. So that's f dashed 100. Now, if you could get to just that point alone, I think you'd get a mark in the question because you clearly understand how to use the formula. I mean, you filled it out correctly. We can just go a step further and just write this as 10 plus 3 by the derivative of 100. Alright, okay, so that's what that is. Alright, okay. The only thing we need to do is work out what this piece of it is. Alright, so let's just keep going. Equal to 10 plus 3 by, now this is 1 half, x to the minus a half, so that's 100 to the minus a half, whatever that is, 100 to the minus a half. That's the challenge in the question at this stage, is to work out what that is. Alright, okay. This just combines together to 3 over 2. So what's 100 to the minus a half? Alright, so if you didn't know how to do that, you might think of it this way. It's 100 to the minus a half is 1 over 100 to the half. What is 100 to the half? Well, that's the square root of 100, which is 10. So it's a tenth. It's a tenth. Therefore, f of 103, right, f of 103 is 10 plus 3 over 2, well, I'll just be careful here, 3 over 2 times a tenth, which is equal to 10 and 3/20ths, which is in decimal form is 10.15, which was my guess. I guessed 10.15. So that's actually what it turned out to be. So therefore I was fairly lucky to be able to take a good guess, a numerical guess as to what the square root of 103 is. Now, if I had a CAS and I was checking that, what I could do is I could actually take the square root of 103 and I could see what it comes to, and it would have to come to something very close to that. Then I'd know it was correct. Okay, so that's that question.